the bridges, and other things, it's Late Night Special! Tonight's special guest, comedian Becky Braunstein. From Oregon Children's Theater, Danny Baldwin. Local 7th grader, Cody Jensen. Musical guest, Emily Overstreet. House band, the Speshies. And your hosts, Stacey Hallal and Jay Flewelling.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Late Night Special.
Yeah. Give it up for the Speshies and Bill McKinley.
Yeah. What a special night. What a special
Well,
night.
we're back together again.
Finally. It's been so
it's been like
long.
5 weeks since we've both been here,
Yes.
so I'm very excited.
Reunited and it feels good.
I don't know this song.
Aww.
Peach isn't heard. Pay attention. Come on.
But
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, welcome back to the States too. Jay was
you.
gone.
I was abroad, seeing the world.
No one cares. I do.
We were
I
all
care
here,
about
man.
you, Jay. And we're in the home stretch here. We've been doing this show every week since the first week of January.
This is our
What-
22nd show.
What? It's a lot of work, you guys. A lot of work to do. All right.
Yeah.
So we got. This is one of the. Well, how many after this? 3? Or this is.
Yeah, we're going to finish out June, and then for July, we'll have one show in July and one show in August, and then be back full on Donkey Kong in September.
Cool. But we got great guests tonight.
So many great guests.
But first, we're going to talk about the news in the world.
yes.
For example, a Walmart in Texas sold a styrofoam cake to a family celebrating their kid's graduation. In response, Walmart issued an apology and a refund for the 1/4 of the cake the family hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
It's a bit dry. It's a bit dry.
yeah.
Anything can happen at Walmart. That's all I'm saying. Well, in tech news, Apple is shipping their new ultra-high resolution computer monitor without a stand, which will sell separately for $999. Wow.
But $999
$199
for a stand for
Yeah.
the monitor.
Now, while 666 is the sign of the devil, 999 is the sign that Apple is fucking you over. Yeah.
Barbara Streisand this week paid respects to her late dog Samantha by taking a picture of her current pups perched on the dog's gravestone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, she said to the dogs, quote, "Remember now, you're all clones. You'll never be as great as Samantha. And when you die, I'll simply make another one." Very sweet. It was very sweet
As soon as
tribute.
you said Barbara Streisand, somebody just said gross. Well, okay, in a recent statement, the U.S. Department of Energy rebranded natural gas as Freedom Gas. Now, next, they plan to rebrand cigarettes as Freedom Sticks and guns as Freedom Launchers and racism as Freedom Isn't for Everyone. I didn't write this.
Too soon.
Forbes named Beyonce's husband, Jay-Z, the first hip-hop billionaire this week. Yeah, flying in the face of his own rap lyrics and proving once and for all that he's not only a businessman, but for real an actual businessman.
he's just a
He's both. He's
businessman,
both a businessman.
he's
You
making
guys
that-
don't listen to Jay-Z? Do you listen to Beyonce? Yeah,
like that
yeah,
he was
that's all that
Beyonce's
matters.
husband, yeah.
That's all that matters.
Well, Xbox has announced that it will be launching a new deodorant and body wash this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can get the same smell of your mom's basement, Cheetos, and Mountain Dew without spending the sleepless nights playing Fortnite and farting in your man cave.
Unless you want to.
Unless you want to. That's consent.
Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida is believed to be the first American politician who has experienced being milkshaked. That trending protest where people throw fast food milkshakes at politicians. Police have issued this picture of the suspect. So if you see him, make sure you call it in.
See something, say something. Yeah, well, a new study of more than 100,000 people finds that eating ice cream, pizza, and bacon increases the risk of heart disease. Whoa! That's almost as mind-blowing as the news that taking a bath will get you wet, and smoking pot will get you high, and vaping will make you a douchebag.
Smoke a cigarette like a real person. Come on.
We really hate vaping. Our
yeah.
writers
Come
really
on.
hate vaping.
So many vape jokes that, yeah.
Apparently, Comcast will be paying out $9 million to customers after they were caught signing people up for a service without their approval. But if you're somebody who wants to get your money, you have to call Comcast until you actually speak to a person, which most people would pay $9 million to avoid having to do. So it's a wash.
Yeah.
It is true. That's what makes it funny to me and you. But nobody else here in this room. Thank you for being here.
Like, is this working? She likes it. Okay.
Yeah, she gets me.
Well, okay. Alec Baldwin announced that he will no longer be playing Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live, which means at least one New York-based asshole will be unemployed, just not the one I wish for.
Yeah. Should have been more specific with your voodoo doll.
I know. Yeah, one to the left.
The University of Alabama is returning a gift of $26 million because the donor criticized the state's recent abortion ban. The gift was given in September 2018, which means the state is terminating the gift after 9 months, otherwise known as the third trimester. They're fucking hypocrites, you guys! They're hypocrites! It's Late Night Special!
Hello.
Oh my God, you guys got so emotional over the return of money being equated with an abortion.
Well, I just don't like what's happening in Alabama.
No, and
Or
a lot of
Ohio,
places,
or Missouri, or
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've been actually serious. I was like, my grandparents and great-grandparents on the other side were immigrants to this country. I don't have to stay. That's what I've been thinking lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
You could go somewhere else, but it's happening all over the world, unfortunately. A lot of strife. Did I just bum everybody out?
Let's have some fun, people!
You
And I'm
guys
proud to
like,
be
what?
an American. Anybody?
We can leave. I'm just saying, we don't have to stay. Right?
Where am I gonna go? My shit's here.
Yeah. And it's so pretty. I love
It is.
Portland.
There's so much
I love
space.
it. It's
There's
true.
so much space.
It's
and there's
true.
scooters. There's e-scooters.
Yeah.
There's vaping if you want that.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
But you've been all over. Did you, on your adventures across, you were in Europe for a month.
I was in Europe for a month.
And was there any place you were like, I could live here?
Well, in Paris they have e-scooters, and I rode around. I have to tell people about e-scooters because has anybody done the Lime scooter? Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
They're afraid we're going to call them a douchebag if they admit it.
That's only if you're
They're like,
riding
I ride
bird.
scooters and
Okay.
I vape.
I'm in a scoot gang. They pressure you to put money on your e-scooter wallet, your Lime wallet, and they want you to put like $20, and it's automatically set to auto renew, and so you can go on and only put $5 and not auto renew and get a Lime scooter and just scoot for an hour or more, and it won't cost you any more than $5.
You mean you stole scoot
Yes.
time is what
Yes.
you're saying?
And I'm just educating the people who want to scoot.
It's news you can use.
Yeah.
I respect
Yeah.
that.
What was your favorite thing that you...
Scooting in Paris.
Is that your favorite thing?
No, I did love that.
Bonjour.
The catacombs were great. There's 6 million people's bones just in an abandoned limestone mine. There's so many bones that they're like, well, let's make some bones into a heart, and then why don't we try a cross? Like, there's so many bones that they try to do art projects.
Wow. Are they different people's bones? Or
Yeah.
like mixed together? I mean, let's be clear. I did not think there was one person with 6 million bones.
It's 6
I
million
mean, was the art
people's-
mixing different people's bones
Well,
together,
like
or is it?
it was like hip bones stacked as like the walls.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And then skulls as like creating like hearts and crosses and like
Whoa.
words, and I mean they were just getting so many bones. They're getting bored, and then like beyond,
Let's just put some bones in a pile.
yeah, beyond the hip bones is just like ribs, and so you'll just see like somebody had a meal.
Weird.
Yeah,
That's wild. I was in line for the catacombs once.
and you just bailed.
I
Or
just-
no, you ran out of time.
Yeah, it was a really long line.
It was,
It is crazy
it was,
long
yeah.
time to get in there, but I would love to get back. It's been a long time. All right, well, we have a guest that's very special, and I want to get this guest up early.
Yeah, 'cause they go to bed.
Yeah, he's a 7th grader. And we're very excited to have him here. He won an award for the presentation he's going to share here with you today. Please put your hands together and give a very, very warm welcome for Cody Jensen.
Cody Jensen,
Everybody.
7th grader.
My name is Cody Jensen, and I'm going to present my social studies project on love. What is love? A journey into the abyss. Love, how does it happen? Basically, you're at death's door, unable to knock. Finally, you open that door, and there's a backdraft of emotions. You're almost murdered, but you don't. Instead, you're in love. Just like that, you're in love? Yes. How would you know? From experience. Wait, you've been in love? Yes. Care to elaborate? When I fall hard. Now it's over. Are you singled out? Yes. Whoa. Next slide, please. Does love hurt? Always. Oh no. Let's move on. Okay, I'm in love. What's next? Oh, now is the time to show your love. First, you must present your strengths. I don't have any. Can I have some examples of your strengths? Yes. Example 1. Write cyber sleuth stories. Awesome. Thanks. Example 2. Reveal your deepest secrets, fears, misapprehensions, confusions, and motivations. Ask them to do the same. If they're lying, you'll know. Most of the time they're lying. Oh, and don't ever let them take your fucking dignity. My mom said that. Example 3. Do a TikTok. Example 4. Don't name off every WWE Intercontinental Champion since 1987. It appears you have many strengths. Yes! I'm surprised you're single. I have a lot of baggage. Uh-oh, it's time for the first kiss. It sure is. Let's go over the details. Wait, you've kissed before? I don't kiss and tell. But you've definitely kissed? Yes. Where? Florida. On your summer vacation? Yes. Oh, so no one would know who you kissed? No. That makes sense. Yes. Awesome. Step 1, to begin, always go to the bathroom before any action. Step 2, once in the bathroom, put on body spray. Double up. I'd recommend Dark Temptation by X. Step 3, tuck in your shirt. Step 4, recall what your sensei Ron taught you. Remember, your development starts now. Final step, go back and always ask If it feels weird, just say, does this feel weird? If they say no, then say me either, just wanted to make sure. And if they say, well, now it feels kind of weird, then say, I'm sorry. And if they say, I wish you would have apologized, then say, I know, I'm so stupid. And if they say, you're not stupid, Cody, then say, you don't think so? And if they say no, then kiss. Sweet. Uh-oh, I think I'm falling out of love. You've kissed, and now it's time to fall out of love. How will I know it's over? When the other person doesn't ever respond to your text once you leave Florida. Oh, I need to be in Florida? Yes. I didn't realize that. You must. Wait, is it the 8th grade band trip in Florida? Yes. Destin, Florida? Yes. That's really good news. Yes. Oh, Baba. Anything else? No. Okay, well, thanks.
Cody.
Cody Jensen, everyone. Give him a round of applause.
Wow.
Bye, Cody.
Wow. The youth of America.
That was good. That was good.
I don't know about you guys. I don't know what just happened.
He's young. He's a teenager. I mean, we've been there, right, Jay? I mean, yeah,
yes.
teenage boys.
Where you
Teenage
kiss
boys.
and then you fall immediately out of love?
Yes.
That's my favorite part. Oh. Jay,
Yeah.
do you see the silver lining in things?
I usually do. Yeah.
Do you guys see the silver lining in things? Great. Well, we have a little segment here called Good News, Bad News, or Bad News, Good News. There'll be a slide eventually.
There will be a slide.
That's okay. You had a lot of slides.
There it is.
There it is. Bad news, good news. Let's give it up for Anthony.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a random slideshow to make things hard. All right, so I'm going to read some bad news, but then we're going to look at the good news spin of it.
There's a silver lining in everything.
That's right. The first one is Carnival Cruises was caught again for continuing to release trash and plastic into the water. That's bad
Boom.
news.
Bad
Yeah,
news,
boo.
yes.
What's the
Boo.
good news?
Good news is that with all that plastic, the ocean's now waterproof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the good news.
That's great.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need to wear a wetsuit anymore. You just walk on water. We all
Water's
can.
not getting in. Yeah.
All right. This is the saddest bit because everyone was already down, and now we brought them up, and now we're bringing them back down. Bad news: honeybees are still dying in record numbers thanks to environmental factors. Boo! Good news: bee taxidermy is cute. And the most Portland thing you can gift someone you're seeing casually, but not actually dating, because what are labels, you know?
Yeah.
It's Portland, guys. Bad news.
Ugh.
There are reportedly 1 million new STIs contracted daily.
Daily.
Ooh.
Daily, 1 million new. Good news? If we all got it, no need to wrap that shit up. Yeah. We're getting crazy.
Who here's on a date?
All right. It's just one more. One more. Bad news. Every single clothing store's stock fell last month by nearly double-digit percentages. Almost all of them.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. It's 10 or more. He was like, that's like 10.
Okay, Mr. Math textbook.
Good news
Look at
is
me.
this guy knows what double-digit percentages mean.
Is that the good news?
More.
There's more. The other
Okay.
good news is that includes Abercrombie and Fitch. 'Cause
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Fuck
guys.
you, Liz Wexner.
Bad news, good news, everybody.
Yeah. Fuck Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, we're moving footloose and fancy free tonight on late night
I
special.
don't like Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, that's for people who vape, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Only if they're shirtless.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some music.
I'm
Are
ready
you
for
all
some
ready for
music.
some music?
Yeah.
am very excited about this guest. She is one of Portland's coolest, most talented musicians around, who also happens to be a woman. She books. Artist first, woman second. I'm just saying. Also a woman. I didn't want to qualify your talents. I wanted to say she's an awesome artist and a woman that I admire.
And owns a awesome hat.
And owns an awesome
There
hat.
you go. Yeah.
She's in a kick-ass all-women group called Bitchin' that if you haven't seen, you should see, which includes our own Walker, who plays our drums over there. Also Bridal Vein and Mune. And she's going to play music, and you will see for yourself. Please give a round of applause for Emily Overstreet.
Which way the wind blows, which way the wind blows, nobody knows. So pour your hands out and surrender, it's only gonna make us better. And the time we sit alone
Thank you, Emily.
you.
When is Bitchin' doing a show next?
Bitchin' has a show in August and Bridal Veil, and actually I'm doing double duty on the summer solstice, June 21st at No Fun Bar on Hawthorne. I'm playing in Mune, I'm playing bass, and then Bridal Veil is my shoegaze band. So
Amazing.
Come on out.
Yeah, give it up for Emily Overstreet.
I love that sort of like hypnotic,
Yeah.
beautiful voice. Yeah.
It's so lovely. And we'll have her come back and do another song before the day is
please.
through. But yeah, all those bands are fantastic, and that was lovely. That's the first time I got to see her play solo. Are you guys ready for some stand-up comedy?
I'm very excited about this.
This performer's been at All Jane. She runs an incredibly successful show at Funhouse called Becky with the Good Jokes. She has her own episode of an Epics stand-up comedy series called Unprotected Sets. So excited to have her here tonight. Please welcome to the stage, Becky Braunstein.
Becky Braunstein.
Love that music. Hey guys, what's up? I'm in a very long-term relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for 12 years now. Yeah, he's a lucky man. Good for him. Even after 12 years, though, like, he will still start fights with me over the dumbest shit, you know? Like, he does the laundry twice a week, and I only do it once a year. Jerk. We don't have kids, which is a great thing for so many reasons. Not the least of which that I'm clearly not a grown-up. I'm not responsible. Like, I can't even take care of myself. I just flossed my teeth for the first time in 3 years. I got more blood on my hands than the Bush administration. I am not a role model. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. I've never wanted kids my entire life. Very sure of that. Whenever I tell people, though, like, nobody would ever believe me. You know what I mean? It always be those, like, nice older ladies who say something like, oh, you say that now, but your clock will start ticking. First of all, no, it won't. I set it back every spring and fall. And second, like, why is that okay to say to me? But then when somebody tells me they're pregnant, I can't then say, ooh, you say that now. I am in a long-term relationship. Being a comedian, though, all of my friends are single and dating. And I'm always getting to hear about their wild one-night stands and their little unsolved sex mysteries, you know? Why does he want me to call him Voldemort? He hasn't even read the books. Love a good sex mystery. Which, by the way, there is absolutely no sex mystery in a long-term relationship. You know, there is no mystery of any kind. Like, when you've lived with somebody for a decade or more, I mean, you have vomited naked in front of each other at least once. Just kind of sucks the mystery right out of there. But, like, it's okay, you know, because, like, now, in the long-term relationship, you don't have to play mind games to get what you want in bed like you did when you were single. You know, you don't have to have awkward UN peace talk negotiations about what is and is not gonna happen, even by accident. You know, you don't have to figure out, like, okay, where do I have to spread the peanut butter to get this guy to fucking, you know, like, none of that. You're way past that, man. You know what they want, they know what you want, you know what works and what doesn't. You are spring-loaded, baby, you're very efficient. You high-five, you're in there like swimwear. Everybody gets what they want every single time. 100% satisfaction rate. But, of course, my single friends will say, yeah, but, like, doesn't it get boring just sleeping with the same person year after year after year after year? My response to them is this. Sure, the idea of sleeping with a totally different, brand new person every night of the week sounds exciting. But think about it this way. Nothing sucks worse than having to complete an important task with the new person at work. Because no matter how hard they try, there usually comes a point where it's just like, look, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but it would be better if I do this myself. Move over. You can watch over my shoulder if you want. But it's getting really late, and I do not have time to train you. I'm very lucky I get to travel a lot to do comedy. I was just recently in Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh, really? Uh-oh. Earmuffs. I was there for a comedy festival, so that was interesting. The festival was very fun. That was a great time. That city, though, man, I'll tell you what, I have seen some weird shit in my day. But, like, if you ever get the chance to go to Salt Lake City, you really should go. Because it's probably the closest you'll ever come in your lifetime to being able to visit North Korea. You know what I mean? You kind of feel like you're being watched everywhere you go. A lot of vacant stares. And like people cannot wait to tell you how happy they are to live there. Oh yeah, everything's great. But like every once in a while, you'll come across like a barista that's like, get me out of here. It is Pyongyang with white people. I had never been to Utah before. And you know, like in hotel rooms, they always have the Bible in the nightstand. In Utah, they also have the Book of Mormon in there too. So I skimmed it. I think I might have had a counterfeit copy though, because they left out all the music and stage directions. Dialogue is really different. No, one thing I thought was kind of strange about the Book of Mormon, one thing, I thought it was interesting that it had like pages and pages of color paintings in it. You know, of like the people and scenes from the stories, which I thought was a wasted opportunity. Because like Mormonism started in the 1800s. It's a very recent religion. They could have had photographs. They could have had cameras in the 1800s. I feel like that would have strengthened their case, right? Like picture it didn't happen. You imagine if Jesus had had a boomerang video of him rising from the grave? We would all be Christians. I am Becky Braunstein. That's my time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Becky Braunstein! Hey, come on over, Becky. Hello. Very nice to see you.
Made it to the couch.
Come on over to the couch.
This is a tough couch. This is a tricky one.
Whoa.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Put this
Wow.
It's a short couch, and it's sort of a long.
Short and deep. We should get some pillows on there. That's fine.
great.
Nap it up.
Hi.
Nap it up.
Take your shoes off at least. Come on. Come on. You're getting dirt on the couch.
This is a late night special.
Ask
first.
me anything.
So, how did your childhood affect your career choices, you think, Becky?
As all comedians have done, I also had a horrendous childhood marked by
Don't get up.
sort of like constant. I did not have any friends. I found myself very amusing. Spent a lot of time in the basement drawing on a chalkboard, which my mom had ripped off the wall from her last teaching job on a farm in rural South Dakota. Too much information, guys? Not sure.
No. This is
As
good.
you
This is
laid
good.
down, therapy was in session.
For
so
sure.
that's how I felt like. Was it out of spite that she ripped that chalkboard down?
It might have been, you know, being a teacher, tough job, you know?
Yeah.
Not compensated as well as they should be, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how she got that thing off the wall because it was the size of the room, but it must have been a lot of rage.
Yeah.
However, once covered with, you know, the artwork of a
I just really
pudgy,
wish we had a
scrappy
pillow and blanket.
10-year-old girl, it became an immovable gallery of veritable, brilliant, genius artwork. So,
You went
is there
from
something in here?
Yeah, there's some water. Do you want
There
some?
is. There is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's his, but here's water for you if you like it. When you first laid down, it felt like I was your therapist, but now that you've turned around this way, I feel like you're a vixen
weirdly
seducing.
confrontational.
No, you're
I know, this is
seducing
like-
me.
And I'm just like
you
watching.
just like look
like,
so cute with your hands like that. Yeah, Jay. Aww.
Hi.
That's amazing.
No, she's interviewing you.
That's true. Sorry, I don't know where to look. There's 2 people I want to be. There's 3 people.
Hello.
There's Bill. Say hi to Bill McKinley.
So you told me something kind of amazing. You're going to be on a Netflix show?
That's correct.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
So it's called Trinkets, and it's like a hip young people show. For some reason, I am on, and yeah, like it's like like high school students, like shoplifters, kind of like come together and like they're not like encouraging shoplifting, but like it's like
Is it fiction?
cool and hip. I mean, I hope so, because they're like.
Well,
trying
have
to
you
tell, like,
seen that prison documentary
Uh-oh.
show on?
I don't
on
think
Netflix?
anyone goes
That's
to
pretty
prison
good.
in this one.
So-
it's kind of lighthearted, but I
But this is. Are you? So you're playing a character?
yes,
Have you-
I have a very important one scene role in the show. I had my own trailer. It was very legit.
Awesome.
Nice.
Did it
So,
shoot here in Portland?
It did. Yes,
Awesome.
it did. Yep.
Awesome.
It was super fun, and I sweated like an okay amount, which, as you know from filming my special here at Curious, was a problem. I was a sweat liability. I had to carry around my own fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did like 6 makeup retouches, but no, like I invite all of you to watch Trinkets on Netflix. Add it to your list, and let me know how you feel about my level of sweat in what I believe is episode 6.
You know who holds the record, and I don't think she'll mind me mentioning
sweat
it.
record?
The sweat record is Riley Silverman.
Really?
Yeah, she's amazing, a comic. She's been to the All Gen Comedy Festival, which we do here every fall. That's
Yep,
coming
yep.
up. We're
Good
getting
one.
our lineup
Love it.
together for that. And we brought her up to shoot like a whole special, and her hair was kind of in between lengths, so she wore this wool cap.
Oh.
And,
What?
like a cute wool beanie. Are you okay, Vic?
Yeah, no, I'm just getting comfy again. I'm getting
She's
back
like,
into
this is
position.
this is
like
empathy right
it's like
here.
a
Yeah.
weeble. And so she starts and she's doing great, and then just
Sure.
flop sweat like in network news.
That is
it was
awful.
intense. It was
Poor
it's
Riley.
like, oh, that's why people pay.
But a wool hat,
costumers
you know what I mean?
and makeup people.
Like my hair kind of is a wool hat, you know,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
got the bangs, and it just like keeps the
Yeah,
sweat
thick
in.
and thick, yeah.
I didn't realize how obsessed with sweat I was gonna be, like when I started comedy, but that's all I can think about. Like people ask me like, can you not watch a comedy special without like dissecting their delivery and their material? But like absolutely not. All I think about is how much are they
you're
sweating?
Louis C.K.
Why are they not
sweats a
sweating?
lot.
Like
A lot
what
of
is
people,
the deal?
Robin Williams used to sweat a shit ton.
He also was just like doing a bunch of coke.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
That'll
you
do it.
gotta process that stuff through your body.
That will get you every time. I've
Yeah.
never done cocaine, but I assume
It'll
Yeah.
make you sweat.
I already sweat, so I would.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
It's like you're running, but you're sitting still.
Ooh. Nice.
So you
I
talked.
feel like that on the couch right now. Like,
Yeah,
what am I
it's just. Do you want a chair? We can get to a
I
chair.
feel like
Move you
I
over
have
to this.
failed this
I feel
entire.
like you've had
Now we're like
5,000
really far. Like we're
adjustments.
fighting.
See, that looks totally normal,
Does
even
it
though you
really?
don't feel it. Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing a job interview that I'm not gonna get. You know, I think it's going
The funny
great.
part is you already have the job, baby. You're already here. You already did your
This is
set.
actually my second time here. How disrespectful am I climbing around on the
Yeah.
couch?
It's all right.
It's lovely to be here.
It's great to have you. So you were talking about Salt Lake City, and I think people cheer. Are anyone from Salt Lake City? No,
Ooh.
it's a weird place, right? But it's
Spicy.
beautiful. Is that why people cheered? It is beautiful. It's like beautiful
Sure.
and then bizarre.
Very bizarre. So weird.
It's like a Wrinkle in Time
It's like
town.
this big empty city where there's like all these buildings and like no people, which
Yeah.
is kind of why it feels like North Korea, you know? Like you kind of see people peeking out of windows and then shutting the curtains real quick and like, I don't know.
So a friend of mine who I worked with when I used to live in Eugene, she had grown up in Illinois, and her family lived in John Smith's. That's his name, right? John Smith, the
Was it
founder.
Pocahontas?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. John Smith.
John Smith
Inkelmeyer
was
Smith. That's like I said, whatever.
Yeah, John Smith was
Joseph Smith.
Jamestown,
Yeah. Joseph Smith. They lived in Illinois in his house that he lived in before, like he moved everyone out to Utah, and they were remodeling the house, and they found.
The golden tablets.
Yes.
What?
In the form of what's it called when you fake money? What's the word I'm looking for?
Counterfeit.
Counterfeit money plate.
Yeah, he was.
So they actually found the counterfeit money plates.
So they're fake, but real. It's like
So
the real fake.
They printed the money so that they could afford to move to Utah and found the religion.
First of all, how can you have a prophet named Joseph Smith? That's like such a boring name. Like Joe Smith is like you gotta at least, like he probably had a driver's license. Like how can you?
Right. Jesus just
follow-
had one name, like Madonna
Just
or Cher.
Jesus? Like you
Yeah.
knew which Jesus. Jesus
But you
who?
can't just be Joe.
That's
you
true,
know,
yeah.
our prophet
Joseph
Joe.
Smith, like
Joe,
come on,
yeah.
man. Like make up something that sounds impressive. Methuselah or like.
Our prophet, Dwayne. Dwayne the
Well,
prophet.
but maybe this is where this all stemmed from. He's like, my name's so boring, I'll invent a religion.
Sure. Gold plates? Wow.
Yeah, counterfeit.
As a Jew,
plates.
a half Jew, the golden graven thing is like not big with us. So couldn't,
What?
What are you talking about?
Graven images, Ten Commandments, yeah.
Graven, you mean like
for any Jewish religion scholars and or Charlton Heston movie fans, graven golden image, big no-no with the Lord.
Right. Right, like you're not even supposed to say the Lord's name. That Lord has a name so fancy you can't even say it out loud.
We don't even know what it is.
Yeah. That,
I mean, like, there's, yeah, I don't know. I'm
So
a
no.
terrible Jew. I'm like a cheeseburger on Yom Kippur Jew.
Ugh.
is you said you're half Jewish.
I am
Mother,
half.
mother or father?
So on my dad's side, which is like an extra strike against you because, like,
Because
you know,
it
it's
doesn't
supposed to be
count.
like your mom. Yeah, like,
it doesn't count.
for sure.
So you're like a racial Jew,
What
but
am
not
I?
a religious
Yeah,
Jew.
I
How
don't
does that work? What are you, like a Jewish
I make a mean
purgatory?
matzo ball soup, I will say. Mean. Fresh dill. The whole
Great.
thing.
Ooh.
Can people see your epics
I feel like I
special?
should be, yes, they absolutely can see my epic special. It is part of Unprotected Sets, produced by Wanda Sykes and Paige Hurwitz. You can watch it online with a free trial at the Epic's website, and the free trial is truly free. Like, you don't need a credit card or anything, just an email address. I'm like episode 7, something like that. And I'm really proud of it. It's like, I've never been prouder of anything I've made in my entire life. It was filmed right here. You will recognize the very room in which we sit.
Yeah.
A lot of sweat, guys. A lot of sweat.
They shot 3 episodes here. It was your
Yeah.
episode,
And
Zainab.
Mohammed and Zainab, yeah.
And I do recommend you see this show. It's not just, I mean, it's got
Truly.
great stand-up in it, but they did these amazing interviews with each of the comics, and they got really personal.
Yeah.
And then they cut between people talking about some serious issues in their lives. I don't know if you guys know stand-up comics, but they all have some dark issues
We
in
are a
there
mess.
going on.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful and personal and intimate, and then it's intercut with the stand-up, so you
Yeah.
can kind of see how the people's lives informed that, which is so Unprotected Sets. Funny name, but also
Super
about
good.
the
There's
vulnerability
nothing
that
else
they
like
share.
it.
Yeah.
It's probably the best. I mean, I don't know. I'm biased because I'm in it, but like seriously, you're not going to see anything else like it. It's amazing, and every single episode was fantastic.
Yeah, but Push It Productions, which is Paige Hurwitz and Wanda Sykes, is incredible. Women-powered company.
Yes. So
and
supportive, nicest people. They cared about the comedians as people, which is like, I mean, I don't know. The industry is a terrifying place, and they were wonderful. Like,
and if
I
you've
can't say
ever
enough.
been around like a film shoot, if you lend your home to a film shoot, it's likely to be destroyed by the end of it. And like they were all super nice and super fun.
So nice.
Yeah, can't say enough about that show, and was so glad that you got to be a big part of it.
Me too. It was so great.
Where can people day and time for Becky with the Good Jokes, which is
So,
crushing it. You're selling it out these days.
We're doing pretty good. We have a lovely audience. We're a very scrappy little show. Yeah, Becky with the Good Jokes. We have fantastic comedians, fun video bits. We have musical guests. We have a confetti finale. It's like way over the top. There's
you still have prizes?
There's-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got prizes. Bags with my face on them, like you can't miss it. Becky with the Good Jokes. Every month at the Funhouse Lounge in Portland. It's usually the last Saturday of the month. Sometimes not. Life happens, you know.
Right.
And yeah, you can like get on social media and check us all out. And we have silly videos online and this and that. And it's a real fun time.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being
Thank
here,
you.
Becky. You're a delight. Becky Braunstein. Thank you, my dear.
Whoa.
Whoa, we're going this way? That way?
you go this way.
I can get out of your way. I mean,
Yeah,
all right.
Now I feel like I want to lay down.
I know, she got so cozy. It was so nice. So every week we have a sponsor, word from a sponsor. We can't make this show without the help of our sponsors.
No.
This week is not a true sponsor It's a dream sponsor.
It's a wish.
So we've made our own word from our sponsor to show this product and this company how much we love this company and how much we wish they would be our sponsor.
This is very real.
This is true love. This is a love letter.
Labor of love, like just a willingness to show our hard work and like please become our sponsor.
Yes. So put your hands together for a word from our sponsor.
Dile que pique el tomate, la cebolla, el chile y el cilantro muy finito. I love Juanitas.
Juanitas. They're that good.
Juanitas!
Be our sponsor!
Wouldn't it be amazing if we had Juanitas to give all of you right now? We don't, because they're not our sponsor yet.
No.
But they
But
could
someday we will have Juanitas for you all.
Just tell people we gave you Juanita. Just tell people.
That poor guy, his whole heart was broken. Not only was his guacamole overlooked, but he was overlooked. Why?
Well, he's not. I mean, he is kind of short. So.
Oh, no short jokes.
He can't compare to Juanitas.
The Juanitas
No,
is just
I mean,
so good.
It's true.
So good. I am excited to bring our next guest. This person has been the artistic director of the Young People's Professionals?
No, it's Young Professionals.
Young Professionals. That's how I just suddenly got scared that I was saying it
I
wrong.
saw it, like,
yeah,
you
I was like,
went,
Young Professionals. Wait, is people in there somewhere? Young Professionals at Oregon Children's Theater.
It's an incredible program.
She runs, an incredible program, incredible kids. Please welcome Danny Baldwin. Hi. Thank you. Come on out.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yay.
Young professionals are people too.
Yeah. Like Young Professionals is a totally different organization. Young People's Professionals. Anyway, I knew it. I said it earlier. You heard me.
It
Nice
works.
to have you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
How long have you been doing that role? It's been a while.
The role is, well, I've been at Oregon Children's Theater for 19 years. More than 19 years. Yeah. And Young Professionals was something that I developed with our artistic director, Stan Foote, and I've been running it and developing it each year ever since.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what the program is, how old are the kids in it?
14 and up. 14 and up.
And then what, is there a cutoff age, or there's some 31-year-old young
You know,
professional?
as long as they keep paying.
Okay.
No, up to 18. And once they graduate high school, we just have alumni and that sort of thing. But yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so this was your brainchild?
Mine and Stan Foote, we were working with these phenomenal children who were asking for advice, and we were like, we need something more formal than this. We need ways to give them more information, and it just steamrolled from there. And finally, our board was like, well, you have to charge for this. And so I figured if I was going to charge for it, I was going to create this program that was like, unstoppable. So that was kind of.
So if I become a young professional,
And you
what's that?
And you might.
Yes, I might. I'm thinking about it. What do I get to do?
I mean, there's a lot. So there's a whole year program, and you interview and audition to be in it. And it's basically college level training. So everything is designed to be a college level mentorship or job experience. They present 3 shows a year, which are all professional, so they're paid and on contract to do those. They select their own shows. We have a reading panel, so they choose their season, they choose how to market it. They are cast and crew. They do workshops that are, again, all at that college level, workshops and classes and things that you don't get until you're in college. You don't get that experience and that information until you're
makeup
older.
and stage combat
and
everything.
viewpoints and Suzuki and things that are just most kids haven't done, dramaturgy and stuff that people at colleges go, you didn't really do that, and they're like, yes, we really did. So it's exciting.
Which shows are they doing this year?
This coming year, they're doing a show called DNA, which is a lovely little show about kids that kill another kid and decide to cover it up. And it's a real psychological thriller and kind of goes into what happens when you have this group mentality of fear of getting caught. And then we're doing Impulse 13. We're in our 13th season of our improv team. And then we are creating a brand new musical with Marc LaPierre and Eric Nardine.
Yeah.
And then we're doing a show called The K of D, which is The Kiss of Death, and it's about an urban legend.
That's amazing. That's so much.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I didn't start doing theater till I was like 28. I was came from a film.
Stop bragging.
I just walked in.
Yeah. But I have more of a film background.
Oh, awesome.
But I feel like theater teaches such important appreciation for different types of people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like a great stage manager has a certain kind of mind and a certain way of thinking, and a great tech has a certain way of being.
Yeah.
And you start to really learn how to work as a team and as an ensemble, and how this person might not be like you, but that's even better.
Yes, yeah,
So.
you're stronger together, and you're stronger when you support each other and don't get caught up in the drama of the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, as somebody who manages a lot of performers, how do you handle like the tendency toward drama? Off stage.
Well, I'm very direct. It just doesn't fly, and there's a lot underneath all that. Like, it doesn't fly because you won't get work that way. You won't get recast that way. You won't get hired. Like, in the business, you can be as talented as anyone out there or more, but it doesn't matter if you're not good in the room. And so we have those conversations really openly. Not going to hide anything from them, or just because they're super talented say, oh, you'll be fine. This is actually a real learning opportunity. And then we start off every year with the conversation of this isn't a clique. This isn't a club. You're no better than anyone else. You got into a great program and you're going to do great things. But you're only strong if you're supporting each other. Because there is that. Theater's so hard, and you're competing against people and for a role that you really want, and there's all these hard things. But if you aren't a positive person, a positive friend, if you aren't treating each other with respect, there's just not a lot of room for you in the business. So
That's what I feel like. Yeah, for sure. Chicago, where I studied improv, is like a hub, and a lot of people get hired to the business from there. And I feel like there's a threshold of amazing, and out of all those amazing people, not everybody gets the work, and the people who do tend to be the people who are a joy to work with.
Absolutely, yeah. That's who you're going to cast. When I'm at an audition, I'm not just watching the actors, I'm actually watching everyone else in the room. Because if they're doing this and getting excited, I'm like, I want to work with that person.
That's awesome.
So that's part of it for me too.
I had a friend who checked people in for an audition. And so when she was the person who made the decision, she'd sit there and check everybody in, and somebody would walk in and like put their coffee down on her list and be like, I'm blah, 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 and then like blah, blah, just be a jerk. And then she'd be like, okay, let's go, and then walk in and watch that person's face like, oh no. Like you really you never know who somebody might become.
Absolutely.
And you gotta treat everybody really well.
Yeah, life skills.
Yeah, that's really nice. Now, Oregon Children's Theater has been around for
30-something years, 35, 36, something like that.
And I was mentioning to you, I think it's a great organization, and it's one that I really admire and look up to. But you're about to have a big change.
We are, yeah.
So what's the news?
Our artistic director, Stan Foote, he's been artistic director for 28 years, but he's also been involved with the company before then as a director. He's leaving. He's moving to Mexico. He's retiring.
Wow.
Wow.
It's huge. It's huge. So
He's gonna permanently live in Mexico?
Yes.
This audience doesn't like people who leave the country.
That's not.
I don't know if you heard earlier when I
pissed off at him
suggested that.
too. Yeah, really is. Stan's my mentor and been my director, and he's my neighbor and my friend, and we travel together. We celebrate holidays together. So I'm a little upset myself.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you two were that close.
Yeah, it's weird. We just kind of met at OCT, and it was like, oh, this was meant to be, and did a lot. We built the company together, so I'm so happy for him. I honestly am so happy for him, but I'm also like, hope your new house owners don't mind us sitting on your porch, because that's what we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna go to Mexico at some point.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll need to be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a big show coming up on Father's Day.
There is a big show coming up on Father's Day.
Tell us all about it.
I will. This is the second annual Impulse Alumni Smackdown. Impulse, like I said, is in its 12th season this year, and Impulse 12 is going to compete against Impulse members of the past.
And this is an improv. There's teenagers doing improv, and they're
yeah.
amazing. When they did our Friday Night Fights, they won the maximum amount.
Yeah.
They set the bar for like being the best.
Yeah.
They did 10. They won 10.
They won 10 in a row.
Friday
They had to
Night
be
Fights in a
retired,
row.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just got into Stumptown this year
Yay!
for second
Yay! Awesome.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, starting with Jay Flewelling, who
Yes, I was
directed
the
them
director.
for.
I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud that it's continued on. That they are a huge part of the improv scene in Portland, and one of the best. I'll say it right now. So,
I agree,
yeah.
and a lot of that is because of you too. Your energy and effort you put
thank
into
you.
that,
And Jake Michaels.
and
Blake
Jake
Wales,
Michaels,
yeah.
absolutely. But thank you for all
Yeah,
you've done.
so that show will be here. Right
That is here,
on
8 o'clock.
June 16th, alumni versus the current
Yes.
team, which is great.
Bring
'cause
your
you have
daddies.
the more experienced people, but they haven't been playing together
Right,
necessarily. And you got the tight
exactly.
young team that's been playing all together.
It was a blast last year.
Yeah,
It was
I
so much
can't
fun.
wait.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Great. Well, thank you so much, Danny Baldwin.
Good to see you.
Yeah. All right, we're getting on the end of our show, Jay.
Wow, that interview was I'm just so full.
Yeah, she's just fantastic.
Now
It's
I'm
such
ready for dessert.
important work. Well, your dessert is another song by Emily Overstreet. Everybody, please welcome back to the stage, Emily Overstreet. Yeah, it was real quick. It was real nice. The need for speed.
fragrant collapse of identity raises up like a mast that was once limp but empty.
Emily Overstreet, everybody. Please give her another round of applause. And that's our show tonight. Give it up for Phil McKinley, Jay Flewelling, the Speshies,
Everybody's making way. Going to the music party like it's masquerade. And we don't got it all figured out. Don't need no money to lay it down. Baby, put that top down, right into the sunrise, breathing a good life. It's how we turn it up all night. Take it out and look for freedom. So feel it up now. Got me moving out of time and space. We're tripping on your freedom. So feel it up now. I'm taking the time tonight.
Show you what we got, and then
I'm going to free my mind. Nobody can hold me down.
oh yeah, I just need to show you what I can do with blue and purple, and then.
Turn it